Dear student, welcome back again in our today's session. So as you can see that today I am going to discuss about on the topic types of review of literature. In my previous lecture, I have already discussed about on the concept of review literature and the importance of review literature. And in this present lecture, I am going to discuss in detail about the types of review literature. So without further ado, let's start our today's topic. First, we will understand a little bit concept about the review of literature. Basically, a review of literature is a comprehensive summary of previous research on a topic. The review should enumerate, describe, summarize, objectively evaluate, and clarify this previous research. It should give a theoretical base for the research and help you to determine the nature of your research. A literature review discusses the published information in a particular subject area and sometimes information in a particular subject area within a certain time period. A literature review can be just a simple summary of the sources, but it is usually has an organizational pattern and combines both summary and synthesis. The literature review is a written overview of major writing and other sources on a selected topic. Sources covered in the review may include the scholarly journal articles, books, government reports, website, etc. The literature review provides a description, summary, and evaluation of each sources. So overall, we can say that about the literature review. A literature review is a comprehensive and a critical analysis of the existing body of research related to a specific topic or research questions. It involves systematically gathering, the evaluating, and synthesizing the scholarly sources such as books, journals, articles, and reports to provide a coherent overview of what is already known about the subject. The primary and the basic purpose of a literature review is to establish the current state of knowledge in the field, identifying the key theories, methodologies, and the findings from the previous studies. This process is not only helps to frame and contextualize the research within the broader academic dialogue, but also highlights the gaps in the literature that may warrant the further investigation. By critically assessing the strengths and weaknesses of our existing research, a literature review ensures that new research is built on a solid foundation, contributing our original insight and advancing the field. Ultimately, a well conducted literature review demonstrates the researcher's depth of understanding and establishes the relevance and necessity of the new study. So, after discussing about the concept of review of literature, next we are going to discuss about the types of literature review. Basically, we talk about the types of literature review. So as you can see that there are different types of literature review. The first one is narrative literature review. This is the most common type of literature review. It provides a comprehensive summary of the existing literature on a topic, highlighting a major themes, trends, and findings. It is a qualitative in a nature and often used to provide a broad overview. So, in simple terms, We can say that narrative literature review provides a qualitative overview of existing research on a specific topic. This review type is a less structured than a systematic reviews, focusing on a summarizing and synthesizing the major themes, trends, and findings from a various studies. By offering a broad perspectives, narrative reviews help the researchers to understand the journal state of knowledge and identify the key areas of interest or controversy. They are useful for providing a comprehensive view or a topic without strictly adhering to a predefined search strategies or inclusion criteria. However, because they lack rigorous methodological controls, narrative reviews may offer a more generalized and less systematically summary of the literature. Now, the next point is systematic literature review. So, if we talk about the systematic literature review, that means basically we have already discussed about the narrative literature review, and now the second type is systematic literature review. A systematic literature review uses a rigorous and structured approach to gather and evaluate and synthesize the research studies on a particular topic. It involves a comprehensive search strategies where the researcher can define the specific criteria to identify the relevant studies and ensuring that the review process is thorough and objective. By systematically assessing the evidence, systematic reviews aim to minimize the bias and provides a high quality evidence on the topic. This method is especially very important and valuable for the drawing the reliable conclusions and making the evidence-based recommendations. The structured approach ensures that all relevant studies are considered and findings are presented in a transparent and reproducible manner. Now, the next one is meta-analysis. So if we talk about the meta-analysis, basically a meta-analysis is a quantitative approach to reviewing the literature, and it involves the systematically combining the results of the multiple studies to identify the overall trends and patterns. And it provides a higher level of evidence by increasing the sample size and statistical power. Basically, meta-analysis is a quantitative method which is used to combine and analyze the results of multiple studies and to identify the overall trends and patterns. By aggregating the data from the various research efforts, meta-analysis enhances the statistical power and precision, leading to a more robust and generalization conclusions. So this approach allows the researchers to quantify the effect observed across the studies, providing a very clear picture of the research question. Meta-analysis is often conducted alongside a systematic review to offer a comprehensive evaluation of the evidence. This contributing to a more reliable and conclusive understanding of the topic. Now, the next type is scoping review. Basically, a scoping review is used to map the existing literature on a broad topic. It is useful for identifying the exact and extent, range, and nature of the research activities. Scoping review are often used to identify gaps and inform the future research. Basically, we can say that about the scoping review. A scoping review aims to map the existing literature on a broad topic to explore its scope and identifying the key areas, themes, and research gaps. Unlike the systematic review, scoping review do not focus on synthesizing specific evidence and rather on summarizing the extent and nature of research available. This type of review is useful for identifying the emerging trends, understanding the range of evidence on a topic, and informing the future research agendas. Scoping reviews help the researcher and policymaker grasp the landscape of the research, highlight the areas where more detailed investigation are needed, and guide the development of research questions. Now, the next type is critical review. Basically, if we talk about the critical review, then the critical review goes beyond the summarizing the literature by offering a thorough evaluation and analysis of the individual studies. It assesses the strengths and weaknesses of the research methodologies, theoretical approaches, and findings. By providing an in-depth critical review, contribute to a deeper understanding of the research topic and identify the areas for the further exploration. This approach helps in recognizing the methodological limitations, theoretical gaps, and opportunities for advancing the field. Critical reviews are very important, very valuable for the offering a new insight and perspectives, which can guide the future research direction and improve the quality of studies in the field. Now, the last one is theoretical reviews. Basically, if we talk about the theoretical reviews, that means a theoretical reviews focuses on examining and compare the different theoretical frameworks and models related to a specific research topic. It involves the analyzing the development, application, and implication of a various theories, highlighting their contribution and limitations. So this type of review is a very essential for understanding the theoretical underpinnings of a field, exploring how the different theories relate to the one another, and identifying the areas where theoretical advancement are needed. And theoretical reviews has a researcher refine their conceptual framework, clarifying the theoretical perspectives and inform the design of empirical studies by providing a comprehensive understanding of the theoretical landscape. So overall, we can say that the literature review is not merely a preliminary step in research, but a foundational component that enhance the quality and impact of the study. It provides essential context, identifies the research gaps, ensuring the originality and guides the methodologies, all while building a credibility and supporting the research significance. A well-conducted literature review strengthens the research by situating within the broader academic landscape and ensuring that it contributes the meaningful to the field. So this is all about the types of literature review. Thank you so much.